from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bears standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl 53 to New England. But it might surprise people that quarterback Jared Goff still finished third in the NFL in passing yards at better than 4,600. They just want to see him cut down on the number of interceptions he threw last year, and they think the Rams can elevate their offense yet again.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Now, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there he is, the man known as Jimmy G, Jimmy Garoppolo, who I thought had a really nice year in 2019. So close to culminating with a Super Bowl title. Accurate with the football, completed nearly 70% of his passes, which was 4th best in the NFL. Nearly 4,000 yards through the air with a team that runs the ball with great efficiency. 27 touchdowns, but in the Super Bowl, didn't quite make the plays they needed down the stretch. But remember, some big wins last year. At New Orleans, at Seattle in Week 17, 2 playoff wins. He's continuing to develop as one of the better ascending players in the league.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger, to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Working from the gun, Garoppolo to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Samson Ebukam. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Garoppolo finding Kendrick Bourne there. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
The Los Angeles Rams get another win in Week 5, this time at Washington. And, you know, Sunday, October 11th, that's a good day now for sports fans in Southern California from this past weekend because the Lakers won their 17th NBA title. They beat the Heat. And then they've also, although they didn't play that day, they've got the Dodgers still going in the postseason as well. But let's focus on the Rams, Charles. They moved to 4-1 with that 30-10 victory and really looked pretty dominant. And not only that, they've now completely swept the NFC East. All 4 wins have come against that division.
Yeah, I think they petitioned the league to move to the NFC East this year to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. Because they're in the NFC West. They're 4-1, and it is a battle every time out. Seattle's 5-0. Arizona's 3-2. San Francisco, they have a disappointing record right now, but you figure they can get hot at any time. They were in the Super Bowl last year. Can we go to the NFC East, please? Because that would be kind of cool. But the return of Alex Smith, and you were there for that, and I thought you handled that so well, partner, when he came out on the field. What an amazing story that was. But this Rams defense, they held Washington to 108 yards of total offense, the fewest the Rams have given up since 1980. They sacked the quarterbacks 8 times. Aaron Donald, he got 4 of those, and it felt like 40. Tremendous games. I ask you 2 questions. 1, Jared Goff, he looks like a much improved quarterback. And 2, are you digging the bone uniform that the Rams are flashing?
I do like that bone-colored uniform, and I'll tell you what, Jared Goff, a lot of things for him underneath, but incredibly efficient, and he was very, very efficient in this victory. And now, Charles, they go to San Francisco, struggling a bit, home against Chicago and at Miami. The Rams, let's see if they can go on a little run here and improve that 4-1 record. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Up into the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back. But down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
Henderson will try and run for the first. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
3 on the play.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Dre Greenlaw.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The play. And this is 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
First down.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Rams nothing.
On 1st down, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
For the Rams field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The San Francisco 49ers coming back out here. You know, this team, of course, the defending champs in the NFC last year, not finding the path to be quite as easy in 2020. Losing in Week 5 and really in surprising fashion, 43-17 at home. They lose to Miami. And they had Jimmy Garoppolo back, his first start since being forced out of the Week 2 game with the ankle injury, but threw 2 first-half interceptions and then took a seat at halftime for C.J. Beathard, and the defense struggled too. I mean, things just did not look good for the 49ers.
Yeah, you mentioned that defense. They were giving up, what, fewer than 18 points a game coming in? Gave up 43 to the Dolphins and Ryan Fitzpatrick. So things were hurting all the way around. And for Jimmy Garoppolo, in a league that values toughness, tried to show his toughness in play, but he just wasn't ready. So now 3 losses in 3 games at home for San Francisco. Only wins on the road against the Jets and the Giants in back-to-back weeks, and they're a combined 0-10. There's concern there, but still plenty of talent. If they can get a few guys healthy.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I'm shaking my head and chuckling a little bit now, although it's not funny for anyone trying to block Aaron Donald. But you know, all week long, they say to themselves, don't give up any sacks. And they just gave up one there. They double team him, they triple team him, they try and isolate and make sure that Aaron Donald can't get to their quarterback, and he always seems to find a way. He's not just a physical presence, he plays a game with a great football IQ.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Skirts by him at the 35. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Down Rams.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another 1st down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Goff on 1st down. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Henderson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
1st down Rams.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Goff. That'll be caught by Cup. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Jared Goff sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Gone. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. Throwing again is Goff. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Rams 6.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over first and 10. At their own 24-yard.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. That one caught by Ross Dwelling. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Gold is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Niners 10, Rams 6.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, it's Simba Webster. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. We saw a fine first half from quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 59.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's not going to get me.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Rams' 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That time a 6-play drive, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. That's taken in by Henderson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's gone. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Robert Woods.
But when you think of the Rams and their passing game, sometimes Robert Woods gets overlooked. But if I told you he led the team in targets for the last 2 years and had 139 last year, would you be surprised? Probably. But now with Brandon Cooks gone from the roster, they'll look in his direction maybe even more. And I just love the intensity that he plays the game with.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Henderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
NFL Madden Week Season 182020 games and highlights coming up next of Week 6.
Football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down.
Third and 2. Goff. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Touchdown, 49ers.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Week 6 Washington football team 1-4 New York Giants 3-1 final.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return comes Webster. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? In search of redemption from the pick six. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
On the pickup.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Henderson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Brings up 2nd and 5. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Goff. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019.
Week 6 Arizona Cardinals 3-1 Dallas Cowboys 0 final.
He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season, but when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still looked towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019, runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
This one brought in by Jefferson, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Goff 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again. Goff. Able to shake him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Eric Armstead drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He was brought down by John.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's see what you got. Slam.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Now 3rd and 15.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Boy, a
Week
nice
6
play
Green
there
Bay
as they
Packers
wind up
2-4
converting
Tampa Bay
on
Buccaneers
3rd
3
and 15.
final.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down now, it's Wilson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Week 6 Cleveland Browns 0 Pittsburgh Steelers 3-5 final.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Week 6 Los Angeles Rams 6 San Francisco 49ers 2-4 final.